Heather Green. Excuse me, I don't suppose you know of any relatively cheap hotels that are fairly close to here, do you?
Yeah, if you go out the station here, Bell and Dragon just down on the right-hand side.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Do come in.
I saw a sign in the window. I was just wondering if you had a spare room.
It's all ready for you. Why don't you come in out of the cold?
How much do you charge?
£56 a night, inclusive of breakfast. If you don't want to take the breakfast, I can reduce it to 50.
Oh, no, 56 is fine. I'll take it.
I thought you would. Come on in. Go ahead and put your coat on the coat stand over here. We have it all to ourselves. You see, it isn't very often I have the pleasure of taking a visitor into my little nest these days.
Oh, really? I was worried you wouldn't have a room free.
Oh, the trouble is I'm inclined to be rather particular and a little bit choosy, if you know what I mean. But I'm always ready. In fact, the house is kept ready day and night, just in case I see someone standing there who is quite perfect. Like you, my dear. Now, this is my floor. And this is your floor. I do hope you like it, Mr. Perkins.
No, it's Weaver.
Weaver, how nice. Well, I'll leave you to get unpacked and get settled. But perhaps before you go to bed, you don't mind popping down to the sitting room and signing the guest book. It's the law.
Okay. Gregory Temple. Christopher Mulholland.
Such charming boys.
They sound familiar somehow.
Do they? How interesting.
They weren't famous, were they?
Famous? No, I don't think so. But they were extraordinarily handsome, both of them. I can promise you that. Yes, they were tall and young and handsome. Just like you, my dear.
And the last entry was over 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yes, and Christopher Mulholland's is nearly a year before that. Well, that's more than 3 years ago.
Dear me, I've never thought that. Isn't it strange how time just flies away from us all, doesn't it, Mr. Wilkins?
Oh, it's Weaver.
Yes, I do apologise. In one ear and out the other. That's me all over.
What seems strange about all this?
What, dear?
Well, you see Mulholland and Temple. They seem to be connected somehow.
Oh, really? How amusing. Anyway, why don't you come and sit down? I'm going to fix you a nice cup of tea and some biscuits.
Oh, you really shouldn't bother. I didn't expect you to do a thing like that. And I could have sworn it was in the newspaper. No, I'll think of it in a second. Christopher Mulholland. No, wasn't he that Eton schoolboy who was on a walking tour or something like that? And then all of a sudden...
Milk and sugar?
Oh, yes, please. And then all of a sudden, he...
Oh, an Eton schoolboy? I don't think so, dear. My Mr. Mulholland was a Cambridge undergraduate. Anyway, the tea's all ready. Why don't you come and sit here by the fire? There. This is cosy, isn't it? Mr. Mulholland loved his tea. My goodness, I've never seen anybody drink as much tea in all my life as Mr. Mulholland.
Did he leave fairly recently?
Leave? Oh no, he never left. He's still here. Mr. Temple is as well. They're both together on the 3rd floor. How old are you, my dear?
17.
Oh, 17. How perfect. Mr. Mulholland was 17, but he was a tad shorter than you and his teeth weren't quite as white. You do have the most perfect teeth, Mr. Weaver.
They're not as good as they look.
Oh.
I have fillings in the back.
Oh. Now, Mr. Temple, as I recall, was a tad older. 28, I believe, but of course I would never have believed it if he hadn't told me so himself. And there wasn't a blemish on his body.
What was that?
His skin was like a baby's.
That parrot had me completely fooled when I saw it through the window. I could have sworn it was real. Where did you get it?
Oh, I did it myself.
Oh, you did?
Yes, of course. Oh, and you haven't met my little Basil yet, have you?
Oh, wow. Yes, that's amazing. It must be difficult to do a thing like that.
Oh, not at all. I stuff all of my little pets when they pass away. Can I give you a top-up?
No, thank you.
You did sign the guest book, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, good. You see, if later on, if I should forget what your name is, I can come in here and look it up. In fact, I do that almost every day with Mr. Mulholland and Mr.
Temple. Gregory Temple.
Yes.
Excuse me for asking, but... Well, there haven't been any other guests here apart from them in the past 2 or 3 years.
No, dear. Only you.